It's time for the film room, and today we're going to take a look at Texas A&M's Nic Scourton. Here we have a 6'4", 285-pound defensive end who had 10 sacks in 2023 with Purdue. Ends up transferring this past season to Texas A&M. Wasn't able to replicate the sack numbers with only 5 this past season, but did put up 14 tackles for losses. But he's entering the 2025 NFL draft, and he is one of the better edge pass rushers in this class. So if you're not familiar with what I do in these videos, I like to take different clips of plays from his game to kind of showcase what he is as a player, what he is as a prospect, how he could translate to the NFL, and all that. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get into the film. All right, I want to start off by looking at Scourton as a pass rusher. At 6'4", 285 pounds, he's a bigger defensive end, bigger edge defender, and he's not going to be mistaken for some speed rusher like Abdul Carter or Mike Green from Marshall. But he's got enough speed and quickness to beat offensive tackles around the edge. So here he is against Notre Dame, and at the snap, he's going to push upfield, and I like this little hand swat we see right here, and almost like a little jump move to be able to get around the edge. Ends up getting a hand in, quarterback hurried. This is a quick throw, so it's going to be hard for him to truly little screen type pass to get to the quarterback. But we see here, he's right into essentially the quarterback's face. Quarterback's having to change his arm angle to do this, but it shows that he has enough speed, enough quickness, enough ankle flexibility to get around the edge. And because Scourton has that speed to go around the edge, it kind of helps him, or quickness and ability to get around the edge, it allows him to kind of set up some of his other moves. Here against Notre Dame, we see a nice little spin move. Because he's once again pushing upfield, looks a lot similar to that last play. That offensive tackle's having to get depth, leaning that way. And then we see, once again, it looks like he's going to do a swat, a little jump move. But nope, he pairs it nicely with that spin to come inside and get the sack. And it's just the ability to do one thing and make it look like the other. I mean, as I slowly did that play, it looked like it was going to be the same thing. And that's the beauty of Nic Scourton. He's able to kind of tie those moves together. Maybe he hits you with the spin move first, and then he's able to get around the edge the next time, or vice versa. All right, still against Notre Dame, we see Scourton on the left-hand side now, closed formation with the tight end right there. And I like, as another example of another pass rushing move, here against this tight end, they're going to try and block him there. He's going to do a nice little swim move to get into the backfield and then just smack that ball down. Just get his big old paw up there and knock that ball down. But it's just that quick little lateral cut, the spin, and then just enough burst to come forward. We saw a little swat and getting around the edge. We saw a spin. Now we're seeing a swim. We're starting to see a multiple repertoire for him, which is going to be needed because, like I said, he's more of a point of attack pass rusher. He's not someone who's going to win around the edge with speed. He's going to have to win at the point of attack with his hands, and we're definitely seeing that so far in these first 3 clips with Scourton. Another example of this, once again against Notre Dame, right defensive end going against the left defensive end going against the right tackle. This is where we're going to see the bull rush. Okay, goes right at him, pushes him right back into the quarterback, affects his ability to make that throw, causes the incompletion. But we saw the ability to win at the point of attack in multiple different ways. Now he's using his power to be able to push this right tackle all the way back, little one-arm stick, but then just shoves him back into the quarterback to affect that throw. All right, now that we've seen Nic Scourton as a pass rusher, how is he against the run? Here against Missouri, we see him left defensive end, and here he's going to show the ability to set the edge. They're running outside zone, it looks like. He attacks at that right tackle, is able to extend those arms up to keep himself free, keeping that outside shoulder free, and he's just making it so that there's nowhere to go, and then this running back ends up getting tackled from behind because him and the left defensive tackle are there shutting down that outside zone. Here along the goal line, we see Scourton, right defensive end. Looks like they've got a little unbalanced extra tackle over here. And what I like about this is he fires off into the true left tackle and is able to push him back enough that he gets in here, forces this running back to come free right into the defenders moving down the line. And he shows that power to be able to disrupt and force the running back to have to redirect. So now that we've seen Scourton use his power in the running game, how about that quickness that we saw earlier? So here against Missouri, left defensive end. And at the snap, he's going to, a quick little play out here, he's going to push this right tackle back on this outside run and just look at him jump in there and make that tackle for a loss. And it's not only the power to push this guy back a couple steps, but then snake his way in, explode forward, and be able to stop this running back for like a 2-3 yard loss. We see the speed and quickness here against Notre Dame, right defensive end. Notre Dame's going to run away from him. He's left unblocked, and he's just going to come, chase him down, and make that tackle. Don't know if it's a zone read, and they thought he was going to come at the quarterback, but he just flies down the line. He even it stops for a second. This tight end's coming across to pick him up, and I don't know if he just took a bad angle at him, and Scourton just kind of burst right by him for this tackle for loss. And then the last play that I want to look at, we see Scourton over here on the right defensive end, and he's going to be left free once again, a little zone read action. And what I love about this is he comes flying in like looks like he's going to take that running back on. And so the quarterback pulls it, but he sees that. He recognizes it, puts his hard foot down, and is able to come then and get that tackle for loss. And it's just that ability to recognize and then react at full speed. I mean, he doesn't lose speed at all. There's no speed loss there. He just puts a hard foot down and pushes off and is able to then get that tackle for loss on the quarterback and just blow up this play. There is a lot to like about Nic Scourton as it relates to him being a 2025 NFL draft prospect. At 6'4", 285 pounds, he has enough quickness, he has enough speed. I wouldn't say he's ultra fast or super explosive, but he's got enough. We saw in the clips, he was able to make explosive plays, both against the run and the pass, to effect. And he didn't have the production that he had in 2023 while he was at Purdue, but he was also a part of a rotation. He was part of a defense that had a lot of other talent on there. But we could see he still produced at a pretty high level. As I said, he's not going to win. I call him a point of attack pass rusher. He's got speed and quickness. He's got the ability to go around the edge. But he's going to make his hay at the point of attack. He's going to have to beat offensive tackles with pass rushing moves. And the good thing is we've seen him be able to do that. He has the little swat and lateral move. We saw the spin move paired with that. We saw a swim move. We saw a bull rush. So here's a guy coming into the draft that's already displayed multiple moves. A lot of times you get a guy who just comes in and he's relying on his speed or his power, and he has maybe one good move. Here's a guy that's got two or three and got a counter for one. So I think he's going to be intriguing. I don't know if he's someone that's going to go in the top 10 or 15 picks of the 2025 NFL draft. It is still pretty early in the process. I still think he has a great shot of being drafted in the first round. But I think he is a little scheme dependent. I don't know if if he could play a 3-4 outside linebacker. I think he could. I mean, Terrell Suggs wasn't dropping into coverage either. I'm not saying that Scourton's Terrell Suggs, but I think he's best suited in a 4-man front where he can play on the base, can play against the tight end. You can have him play out on the weak side. But I think he's definitely a guy that's a starting caliber pass rusher in this league. Is he going to lead the league in sacks? I don't think so. But I think he's definitely a guy that's got some potential, long-time starter, could make some Pro Bowls. And I think whatever team needs pass rushers, I think he's one of those guys that could go. It's just there's a lot of good pass rushers, and they all are different styles, so it just kind of depends on how it falls. All right, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. If you liked what you see, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications whenever I put out a new video. While you're out there, go ahead and follow me on social media, draft_Brian. It doesn't matter where you get your social media. I'm on it at draft_Brian. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time.